Did you have a good day? Hi, you. Hi, Sneaker. Hey, Panda. How are you doing? Hey guys, welcome back. I have an experiment. Of course, I always have an experiment for you. So I've never done this before. I can't find anybody on YouTube that has done this before, so I'm going to just make this up as I go. I got these little tiles from Hobby Lobby. They had all different colors. They're little glass tiles, and they just came with all different patterns and colors in the packages. So I chose blue, of course. I do a lot of blue, and I arranged them how I wanted them, even though I have to pull them out. And I think what I'm going to do is use this blue color. This is an acrylic paint to color my resin today. And I'm going to pour this color on the bottoms of all of these and then let them cure. And then I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to lay these tiles down, because see how they're all crooked now? I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to move once they're in there. So I'm trying to think of what kind of adhesive I can use, because I don't want to lay them in wet resin because I know they won't come out perfectly. So let me get some resin mixed up and let's see how we can do this. Okay, so I've mixed up 4 ounces of resin. Now I'm using 1-to-1 ratio, like a medium viscosity. And I mixed in this acrylic paint. It's called light blue. And it was pretty transparent and a little bluer than I wanted, so I toned it down with the Cast and Craft white pigment paste. So it's not as transparent and it's less of that blue color, even though, I mean, I think this will go well with the tiles. Now I did set all the tiles aside in the exact pattern I had them in, so I don't have to recreate that. Now I'm going to my idea is just barely cover the bottoms, just so we're not seeing the backs of the tile. That's why I wanted it opaque. And I want enough resin that I can cover them. So I'm going to keep it as close to a minimum as possible without any parts showing. So let's get that poured. I probably mixed up too much, but I'd rather have too much than have to mix up a little more. I'm assuming probably a 1/2 ounce in each one. Now I forgot to put water in these. I don't ever remember using these square ones, but I must have because they had to be cleaned. So I'm not really sure what I did with these square ones. So I don't know how much they hold. If you don't know how much something holds, the best thing you could do is fill it with water and see how many ounces of water it takes to get to wherever you want to fill it with. I'm going to guess these hold about 3 ounces. Just because the set they came in with, the circular ones, those hold 3 ounces as well. Pretty easy step 1, right guys? So I'm just going to spray these with alcohol just to pop the bubbles that are rising to the surface. And we're going to just let them cure. All right, be right back. Alright guys, it's morning and everything is cured, and I've been messing around with what glue I wanted to use, and I think I found the right one. So I'm going to be using my E6000 because you can move them and manipulate them before it dries too quickly. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. and work on this one. I will do the rest off camera, but I will just show you. I'm grabbing them in the order that obviously I used. I'm just dabbing a tiny little bit on and pressing it down. And I do have plenty of time. You don't have a ton of time, but you have plenty of time to get them exactly where you want them. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. You have a few minutes to move them. They're still a little soft. So you just want to try to get these lines to be as even as possible. Some of the tiles are not exactly the same size. This one's larger than that one, but there's nothing you could do about that. So let's just hope the resin, when we pour it, is going to get into all these cracks and hold it down. And there is still a little bit of room. You can see the edge to cover these tiles. So I'm going to do the rest off camera and I'll be back to cover them in resin. Okay, they're all dry and they're ready to get some resin on them. I'm going to have to do a voiceover. My microphone was off, so I do apologize. But anyway, I used that extra 2 ounces of resin and I made this little display thing. I don't know what the real name of it is, but they are cute. So I don't have to buy them from Temu anymore to display some of my pieces. So I'm just going to use these. And the rest of it, I just put in this little shell mold, and I added some glitter. I don't know if you could see it very well. It's like an iridescent glitter in here. You know I have to add glitter somewhere. Since I can't put them in these coasters, I'm going to put it in the extra. So there is some glitter in there, and then I will make some magnets and give those away. And the rest I use for another project coming up, so stay tuned. All right, I've got my resin mixed up and I'm going to be using this toothpick to try to get it into these teeny tiny cracks. I do expect some bubbles to rise out of these, but I do want to make sure resin gets everywhere. Okay, guys, it's been several hours. and it's good enough to unmold. It hasn't been overnight. They're a little bendy, but they're good enough to unmold. So I just wanted to say, if you do try this, you must check them all the time, because every once in a while a little bubble would escape through these lines, and I would come here and just shoot it with the torch and go away, and then I would come back and there'd be another one in one of them, and I did that for at least an hour, and then I was able to let them go, so there are no more bubbles left in here. So let's see how they turned out. I do have some trimming to do on these edges, which is no big deal, but look, oh my gosh, they're all encased in there. That back is nice and opaque, just like I wanted it. I just need to trim off that little edge, but I think they came out cute. And like I said, you can go get any color. They have lots of colors, lots of designs if you want these little glass tiles. You can even cut your own tiles or break them and do mosaics or something inside of them. Here's the, I don't know if you could see the edge. You can't even tell because they're glass. So it's like it's just a clear resin, and then you have the pattern on top. So I don't know if I'm going to edge these. I haven't decided or not. These are still soft. I'll wait till tomorrow because it's really soft. When it's a little bit harder, it'll be easier to trim right off. So they were really simple, to be honest. Other than babysitting them, these were really easy. I might go get some different tiles and do other colors. I don't want to pick at these too much, but let me know what you think. I think they're pretty cute. So thanks for coming in and hanging out with me for a little bit today. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe. I need 50 more subscribers to hit my goal, and then we'll work on the next goal. So, you guys all, I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you really soon. Bye bye.